several habits that I have unconsciously imbibed in my life has actually been helping me with my day-to-day life. And most of these habits just take less than a minute to execute, but it has been having compounded effect in a really good way in my life. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 such habits that has really helped me change my life for the good. Habit number 1 is to utilize time-saving tricks, and especially of every trick that I have used, listing my tasks or making a to-do list has been the most impactful one for me yet. I couple this along with several other aspects like journaling or adding things in my calendar, adding reminders, using technology, etc. I've already spoken a bit about this in my earlier video. I'll link it up here. But having a to-do list has been a game changer for me, and I've been doing it for quite some time, and it can be as simple as noting it down in a post-it note or having a dedicated notebook where you list out all the tasks in order. If it's a routine work that I carry out on a daily basis, say for instance my office work or my blog, my YouTube, so for all of these I have a dedicated notebook where I note down all the tasks so that I can know what I did earlier and what I have to do in the future as well. By noting and listing the tasks, I'm literally reminding myself of all the tasks without forgetting any, so that takes up less of my brain space because I've written down everything. And by having a look at the tasks, I can also allocate time for them, and I can mentally pace up and down for each of the work depending upon their priority or depending on how I want to batch them up, etc. The task I have in my hand just spreads into the whole lot of time that I have in hand. So if I block time saying I have to finish it within half an hour, I tend to get it done within half an hour. Whereas if I don't have that, I could take up to an hour or two to finish the same kind of work. So having a to-do list, even if it's for my work or say packing for a trip or hosting a party, all of these really help me remember what tasks I have to do and within what time I need to finish them up. The second habit that I have is meal planning. And when I say meal planning, I do not do the elaborate meal planning as we see many YouTubers doing. I kind of tend to keep it simple because I'm not a great cook, I admit that. I tend to cook easier dishes using recipes online, and I tend to repeat them because I don't want to keep researching and finding out new stuff to make every week. I would rather repeat something that has worked for me and everyone likes having them. So I sort of have a 2-stage approach to meal planning. When I say planning, I mentally decide what kind of food I want to have every single day. So based on that, every weekend is when we order the groceries online. So I tend to get all the ingredients in that order to the extent that's possible. And the second stage is actually the meal prepping, which I tend to do 2 to 3 days ahead. So I cook on a Sunday for 3 days until Wednesday, and probably on Wednesday or Thursday I cook for the rest of the week, and that's how I batch cook. What I tend to do more is to do several activities that help in the cooking process, like chopping or peeling the onion all together at once, chopping beans, chopping carrots, etc. I know it's easier to just buy chopped carrots and beans, but I tend to forget that I've got them and they have a smaller shelf life. So it really helps me when I plan for 3 days ahead. I cut and chop so that at the end of the 3rd day, I might have run out of food and it's time for me to cook. And I've got the ingredients ready already. I just need to do the cooking on the stove. So this 2-stage approach for meal planning and meal prepping has really helped me have all the ingredients that I want to cook in my kitchen. And also this has helped me eat more healthy because every time I need food, it is already there in the fridge. So I don't need to do that mental decision making as to what food I need to cook or what food I need to eat because it's all done already. The third habit that I have is to take breaks in my work every 1 hour. My watch literally reminds me that I haven't been walking or I haven't stood up in the last 1 hour, but I ignore it. And I've been having this similar watch for about 5 years, and I've always been ignoring that because I felt that whenever I take a break, I'm taking it long enough, I'm going for a walk, etc. But lately I've realized that it doesn't matter how long you take that break. What matters is that you break your sitting period. This is very important, especially once I started working from home from last year onwards. And because I don't have anyone sitting alongside me in my home, I tend to continue to work in the seated position for a longer time and then take a long break during lunch, have lunch, and then go for a walk, etc. But what I realize is that it's much more better for my health and fitness perspective that I take short constant breaks instead of having a one long break. It's a very simple YouTube video that I had watched recently that really changed my perspective on taking breaks in between. This very simple activity of pacing up and down really helped me be in the very same headspace of work but still just stand up. So what I do right now is whenever I get the alarm 10 minutes before the hour strikes that I haven't been walking or standing up in the last 1 hour, I just stand up and I pace up and down until I get the confirmation that I've walked for a minute. So if you don't have a watch, that's okay. Every time you can just time an hour's break, and then you can just break off and probably take a tour of the house or the room, just anything as simple as that. Sometimes I feel that I've most often complicated things by looking into videos of desk yoga and things like that, which I never ended up doing. But this is very simple. Just stand up and start pacing up and down the room. This is something that I really liked, and it's very easy to implement as well. So do let me know if you follow something of the sort. The fourth habit that I've had is to simplify my wardrobe. I've been a person who has been searching for my style for a really long time. I could never decide what my actual style is. Every time I see somebody wearing something, I feel like that's how I want to wear, but that did not fit me at all. And because of how much we can purchase online, I think I kept ordering things and really never returning because I felt that there could be some occasion when I could wear that. But lately what I have been doing is that I'm investing more on basics rather than investing in special occasion dresses. So right now, if you look at my wardrobe, I've got like 10 tops which are just black, but they're different blacks, like not the shade black maybe, but you know, knitted black, probably a full sleeve t-shirt, a t-shirt with round neck, one with a boat neck. So it's different but still the same. But how it has helped me is that a black top goes with any bottom whatsoever. Same with the case of a white top, and same is the case with a classic blue jeans and black pants. So by investing in different looking but similar outfits, what I have done is that I have simplified my decision making process when I have to go outside somewhere. I'm never in that position where I'm like, I have nothing to wear, because every top and every bottom in my wardrobe kind of matches to each other. So I can just grab anything and it would go together. I remember I had done a similar exercise when I was in India. It was so difficult for me because every video on capsule wardrobe etc was from the West and not from the Indian perspective of outfits. And what I had done at that time, if I remember correctly, was there was a brand called W and they had the solid kurtas. So I purchased the solid kurtas in all the colors they had, and I paired them with black leggings and a white legging. So every morning, depending upon my mood, I would just choose a bright color or a dull color and just pair them up with a white or black legging. That's all. It was that easy. I did read or hear from somewhere that 80% of your wardrobe has to be basic because that's what you're going to wear on a daily basis. So keeping that in mind, I'm investing more on basics, and I've also stopped shopping during sale because that's when I just feel like, oh, it's on a discount, probably I should buy it. But if it's not on a discount, I think I tend to pick and choose what I really need. So yes, this habit of purchasing basics, investing in basics, has really helped me in making those right decisions when it comes to what outfit I need to wear. The fifth and the last habit is to have slow mornings. I've already spoken about my morning routine in another video. I'll link it up somewhere here, but I really love a slow morning. And now when I kind of wake up late or I have to hustle up in the morning, I just feel so uncomfortable. Probably something you need to try out yourself to find the benefits and how therapeutic it is to really have that slow morning, to let you slowly get into the groove of the new day. What I tend to do is I do all the decision making for that particular day the day before itself. So I would have already decided what is going to be for breakfast, what meetings are there. All of that background work for the day is done the previous day. So when I wake up, I know what time I need to get ready. Do I do the pickup and drop of my daughter? Do I make the breakfast? How much time do I have? And based on that, I spend my morning really slow over a cup of coffee. Sometimes if it's a gorgeous weather, I just sit outside in that warm sunshine looking at my plants and having that coffee. If it's really gloomy, probably just sit inside and scroll my social media, YouTube, etc., to just catch up on what others are doing, etc. But having that slow morning with some music on while cooking, that kind of gives me some invisible energy to deal with the rest of the chaos and surprises of the day. These 5 habits have been something that's unconsciously embedded into my life. Probably you yourself have some habits that has really helped you in your life. If you're following any of these habits, please let me know in the comments. Until we meet with another video, it's bye bye and take care. For me, Angela.